Yeah.
Cool.
Hello and welcome to the cast for week 4 of the FraggedNation season 2. Main division. Looks like they're scrimming. So I'm gonna look up in the air.
What's the Steamy the password, I guess?
I did.
Oh, you did. All right, so we got Invaders Dexterity. Who's the home team? Invaders is?
Home team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Invaders.
it's their server. Okay, I want to go over some keys to the map.
Yeah. So this is Inner Hospital. It's pretty much the only 12v12 map that is played in competition on a 4v4 scale. Uh. Mostly because it's pretty small. It's probably the most popular map in pubs. You see that a lot of servers get map voted to this because, as BC Pulse said in the forums, people like simple maps and simple angles, and they're just like gonna keep coming back to them. But I don't know if we want to let them finish scrimming, or I could zoom around the map while they're playing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Looks like Dragon is killing it. Okay.
So main key spots on the map, main T, dark room, and west seem to be the three places that people focus, as well as upper glass. Um, Most important spot, in my opinion, would be dark room. Teams that can hold down dark room and get pressure on dark room tend to excel in the other areas that can really help open up the map.
Yep. I'm just gonna go to my own server so I can fly around.
Okay.
Don't want to give away any strats. Okay, yeah. So there's 4 main choke points. We got dark room, main entrance, or main lobby entrance. What did we used to call it a long time? Main T.
Main T.
There's the upper balcony. All those pub people love calling it up and over. I don't know why, but we call it glass hallway on our team. Okay, yeah. So we got dark room, characterized by this room that is dark. It's like a really skinny choke point for the assault and defense. The assault will meet up at the dark room around here. At the same time, the defense will meet up at the dark room right around here. So the timing here is very key on getting it. Like, the control of the dark room is very important, and it's fairly easy to control because you can pick one side or the other, and these benches will block you from nades and flashes. Right through the dark room, there's the OR. Dang it, I'm moving slow. Okay. This glass is actually bulletproof right here. I have to set up my controls now. Previous weapon, next weapon, previous weapon. Devs, all you devs out there, you need to be able to rebind spectator keys. It's so annoying. Anyway, so you got the dark room
Oh,
over
because you
here.
play ESTF.
Yeah, I'm moving so slow now because I was hitting Q. Okay, so you got the dark room here. You got the main entrance right here. Also, this is like very well timed that the two people will get to the place at the same time. You got the west wing, also timed very well, where both teams will get at the west wing at the same time. And this one's usually, back in 5v5s, the defense used to play very aggressively and pinch the inner hospital, either through that hallway or this hallway. But now with 4v4s, teams usually like to play the defense on west wing a little safer and wait for someone to come around the corner right here. And then the fourth and final choke point, because I'm moving so slow, is this upper glass hallway. The defense and the assault will meet right here at this corner. So I really like this map because the timings on all the places you meet each other are very precise, I guess you can say. And it's there's a lot of, I guess, like rotations that you can do in the map. Since there are four choke points and 4 people, you can rotate in and around the map and cut people off from whole sections of the hospital if you are like quick to react. That's why I personally like the map. Um,
I think it provides the reason I like it. I think it provides a lot of variation and strats. You don't see every single team doing the exact same thing. It provides a lot of one team provides a lot of very different things. I know we have several different strats that involve putting more pressure on, say, dark room or west than other areas, leaving other places open. But with 4v4, that's what I enjoyed best about this map. It, being 5v5, it felt a little too crowded. 4v4, I think, has made it balanced or even assault sided, which is a major change of pace from when it was a 5v5 map.
yeah. With 5v5, I felt like this map was pretty defensive sided because all 5 people can sit in here, and you had the opportunity for that west player on defense to push in, because in a 5v5, if the guy dies on west, you still have 4 people. I think a 4v5 is much more like a much better situation to be on than a 3v4. Uh, so with 4v4, one person dying opens up a whole section of the hospital. Usually you split up like one main, one dark, one top, and one west. So one person dies, all of a sudden the whole hospital's open. You can start doing weird things. And so now, personally, I think the 4v4 version of this map is a lot more assault-sided. Um,
It requires a lot of, in my opinion, I think it requires a lot of patience on defense and also good rotations. It's very crucial because, as I mentioned earlier, I think dark is the most important spot to hold on this map on defense. And if assault can get pressure on dark and maybe take that guy out, um, it's harder for the rest of the people to rotate around. Um, it can be really penalizing. So as far as strats that these teams go with, we scripted them both. Both play dark well. Both will emphasize it. But so it'll be interesting to see how
yeah.
people handle that on assault, as well as far as do they send how many people they send over there. A lot of times, darkroom can be put in a position on defense where it's in a 1v2 situation, and he's just kind of holding his own and buying time until the other people can adapt and figure out where the rest are.
Right. A lot of ways people should be playing this map is to try getting advantages instead of just spreading out one person in every entrance. What you want to do is kind of like put more people on one entrance, and then just be aware of the other entrances that could be open, and not leave yourself open for like getting shot in the side. And what you can do with that is use your man advantage to take people out and control the parts of the hospital, because I think this map is all about just controlling the sections, especially in 4v4. And then on defense, the reason I also don't think this is assault side is the defense does not have that very many good spots to clutch, like a 1v2 or a 1v1. Like everything is pretty much open. If you're at this help desk, it's open to the top, it's open to the main, it's open to spawn. If you're over in the dark room, you can get it ran in through spawn. If you're up top, everyone usually looks up top when they're extracting the flag, so everyone will be staring at you. And then the most common spot is underneath this glass area. We call this hell. We call that heaven, and this hell. In this lower glass area, it's the most predictable spot ever. If you're on assault and there's one person left,
People are loading in, by the way.
there is almost 100% guarantee that person is somewhere in this lower hallway or the upper hallway. And so because of that, the assault can pretty much do whatever they want, and like, just if they just assume that you're there, they're almost always correct, and so you can use that to an advantage. Okay.
All right, people are loading in. Want to talk about predictions and expectations of what we want to see, what we're going to see?
Sure. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. We scrimmed both of these teams. Both of them gave us some issues in some things, and we're kind of not weak, but we're lacking in others. I think dexterity, or sorry, invaders plays it a little more aggressive on defense than dexterity. Um, they played it similar to us. They like to pressure main and sometimes pressure west and try to almost rotate around the assault and get them pinched around dark and operating room. Um, I think playing aggressive on defense is key if you can make your shots. I think that's the better way to play it. Trying to get as many rounds as you can on defense, and then just really capitalizing on assault with good pressure around dark. So I think invaders is going to take it because they'll have the more aggressive strategy.
Okay, I think DX will take it because I think, no offense to invaders, but I think this is one of their weakest maps. And I don't know what they've worked on, or maybe they've come a long way since we played them months ago, but I think DX will be the stronger team. So, casters are opposing each other. That's how we know this is going to be a good match. Dragon, shout out to himself.
Stream title's not wrong. Common spots, I believe Crux plays around main, and Mikey will be playing that spot for invaders. They actually mixed it up several times. Rokas seemed to, was he the one that was rotating a lot, trying to figure out where he wanted to go?
Yeah, Rokas was up top, he was west, he was everywhere.
So it'll be interesting to see what they ended up settling on. I know Bauer played primarily dark. He was trying to hold that down.
He tried up top and then he moved to dark. Or he was up. He was also switching. He was up top and then he was west and then he was dark, which is another reason why I think invaders will lose this, because like as of yesterday, it felt like they were still trying to figure out their spots.
It did, but I think if they can find someone that can at least like maintain dark and not get picked, and they're not required to rotate very well or very fast and early on, because that rotation, I mean, we experienced that whenever Easy went down dark. Sometimes you feel lost at times trying to rotate over and make sure you got all the spots covered. But if they're able to keep him alive, whoever it's going to be, I think it's going to be Power, and put some pressure on main T and west and kind of pinch, then I think they can be successful.
Players are still loading in right now. I think we're waiting on one person. Who are we waiting on? We're waiting on a dexterity player.
Exclamation point ready.
Oh, did the match start at 7 with 7? Yeah, so they joined with 7. They're still waiting on someone. Most servers have it set up where if you have 8, then it'll start, but they have it set on 7.
Invaders is 7 because
they might be
math.
playing a 4v3 or something. It's really frustrating when you're playing a 4v4 and then the other team only has 3, and then the match won't start, and you have to set up like a.
Yeah, I guess that's a safe play, but.
There should be like a setting. There probably is a setting in the settings menu, but some kind of setting that lets you know that when you're in this warm-up mode, how many it'll take. So
well, why don't they just bring back what they did in AA2? Wasn't that just a command?
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay, so
if only someone had like I don't know, coded that, like I don't know, someone on our team that made a client for that.
Yeah, that'd have been really nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
So the rosters, we have invaders starting on assaults. We have Mikey, Rokas, DZA, Dragon, and Bauer. On defense, we have dexterity with Liquid, Crux, Clutch, and Reaver. Right here to start off this map, a lot of people like to shoot out this window on their way to Darkroom, because if they climb over the wall, it gives you a slight advantage. You get there a little quicker, which is really important in the Darkroom.
Teams also often drop the flag around bamboo, mainly to see if they can get picked, and they don't really know where they want to take it. So they kind of leave it there as a middle spot and then wait to see what happens before going to pick it up.
Rokas fail smokes. Smokes himself out in the dark room or in the north hallway. It is important to know if you do shoot it out and you want to rush a bunch of people through